hope that this stream is a little clearer than the last one. It looks like I've got better internet connection again, so hopefully this will work well. This spread is actually of the first kind of day trip I took post-COVID. So I'd moved to Oklahoma and went out for the day with a friend exploring. You'll notice mask in several places. We were trying to be really careful. This side of the spread shows Turner Falls, which is in southeast Oklahoma. This picture up here is Davis, which is the town that's nearby, but you can see there's an old style swimming hole there. It was a pretty warm day, and people were enjoying being in the water. On this side are some other places we went on that same day. Arbuckle Mountain Fried Pies. If you're ever in that area, you're going to want to stop there and get a fried pie. And then these two pictures are from Smoking Joe's Rib Shack. I just thought it was funny that they have everything set upside down on the roof there, and then this massive grill pit that I wanted to show my son. And then this is a picture of me with an old locomotive train at the Ardmore, Oklahoma Amtrak station. Not a train that actually still runs, but it's there as a historical site. So I want to show you what I've done for the background of this page to kind of match the colors here. I've graduated greens into blues for the sky. They've all been ripped with a jagged edge paper tear. This is from Creative Memories. I use that to tear all those edges and then tape them down to create my background. Another thing I want to point out is that I'm going to slide this picture and this picture underneath the green so that it shows on top there. I think that'll just be a nice little feature. The rest of them will be on there pretty normally. I very rarely journal. There's normally something on the page that shows where you've been. So over here, Turner Falls, here, Arbuckle Mountain Fried Pies, but there was no picture of anything for this. So I've just written a little card that shows that these two are Smoking Joe's Rib Shack and the train at Ardmore. And if you can see my handwriting, you can see why I do not journal very much. I'm going to start on this side, just because this is the side that I want to make sure I'm lining up correctly. And I am going to do this picture first because it's the one that all the others are going to center off of, and I want to make sure I get it in there nicely. Then I'll center those around it, and then the ones on the other page will then line up with that. So okay, cut photograph that I use to push down the pictures, and the adhesive, I do that so I don't get any oil from my fingers on the photographs. Okay. There we go. You know, some people do a lot of measuring. I just honestly eyeball it. Sometimes I screw it up and get a little crooked with these sticky tabs. Sometimes I'm able to pull them off, sometimes not. But the measuring is just a little bit too much extra work for me. I like them to look nice. I am somewhat of a perfectionist, but I don't want to waste the time. Alright, so basically I have that set down. I'll slide this over here a little bit, and then I'm going to start making all of these parallel to this. So we'll start again up here with this one. And I'm going to slide it in and then make sure we get as close to as possible to the way the other side looks. Okay, there we go. This is probably more pictures of me in a spread than I have ever done before. I'm in here, what, 5 times? I rarely put pictures of myself. I'm much more interested in keeping record of who else. First day trip in Oklahoma, and I wanted to show my son where I was, and so a lot of these pictures really were in some regards selfies so that he could see where I was at. I was texting pictures all day long. He lives in Florida, and so I think was interested to see what the state of Oklahoma was like. He had not visited me until Christmas of 21, so I lived here for a year and a half before he was able to come and see me. I went and saw him twice in that time frame. Alright, so there we go. Now I want to show you something. I think you can see maybe that these aren't real smooth. Each of these pieces of paper was a different size, so I'm actually going to come in here with my cutter and I'm just going to cut down the edge, and then that way it'll make sure I get a nice clean edge on this. Go back and forth. There we go. You can see all the pieces I've cut off. And I'll do the same to the other side. It'll clean it up. There we go. Probably also make this a little easier. Uh-oh, didn't go all the way through that time. Okay, so I'm going to need to do that again. It'll make it a little easier to fit in the plastic page protector because it won't be as thick. There we go. Nice and hard pressed. There we go. So there's one, and we'll do ran it 4 times just to make sure I'm getting all the way through. Got it. Slipped a little bit. There we go. You can see all the extra pieces coming off. I did mount all of these onto a black background, so it does make it pretty thick, but I wanted to make sure that it was going to be nice and solid. And there we go. Thanks for spending the afternoon with me. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.